We're going to be looking at dancing, and particularly the tango. Now, what does trust have to do with dancing? What are we trusting our partner with when we agree to dance? To some degree, we're trusting them with our safety, and to some degree with our sense of dignity. Are they going to make us look better or worse than we naturally are?
Intimacy. Dancing is highly intimate.
Right. So that even raises the level of trust that is needed. So dancing becomes a wonderful metaphor for looking at trust in the leader and follower relationship. Linda already mentioned that the book, The Courageous Follower, and the subtitle is Standing Up To and For Our Leaders, has been translated into quite a few languages. One of those languages is Chinese. Now, in Chinese, the title is Dances with Leaders, How to Be a Courageous Follower. I asked one of my Chinese clients, why do you think that the translator changed the name of the book? And she said, well, in China, you can't say standing up to your leader. You see, that's not culturally acceptable. So what they did was they actually took a paragraph from the book in which I used the metaphor that leading and following is like a dance, and that both partners have to dance strongly, and in order for the dance to work well. And you're going to see this quote in the video I'm going to show you momentarily. But first, let me set it up like we're on TV. You have to set up the film clip, right? A couple of years ago, I was in Argentina, in Buenos Aires, and I got exposed to tango. I went to a couple of tango shows, and I was enthralled at the beauty of the dance. When I came back, I decided I need to exercise this courage that I'm always talking about, and I did so by enrolling in a beginning tango class. Now, I'm sorry to say I never became a tango dancer, but I enjoyed myself thoroughly in the class, not just because the dancing was interesting, but also the instructor, who you're going to see in the video, whose name is Sharna, every lesson kept talking about leading and following. And she said it's really important, even though in our culture, in dance, the men usually lead and the women usually follow, that's not necessarily so. And she said it's really important for both men and women to understand the impact that they are having on their partner. So she had us practice both the leader role and the follower role throughout the class. Plus, she put us through some exercises that showed us how to be a strong follower and how to be a weak follower. Not that we wanted to be a weak follower, but we needed to be conscious of what we did that was either weak or strong. So I came away learning so much about leading and following, and it was a bit of a joke because she didn't know who I was, and that I'd spent the last 15 years of my life looking at leading and following, and here I was learning from her through the metaphor of dance. So last year I approached her, and I asked her would she be willing to make a video in which she shared some of these exercises, demonstrations, and some of her insight into leading and following. Well, she was as excited by the prospect as I had been, because she had never heard anybody outside of the tango community talking as much about leading and following with such interest and appreciation. So it was a wonderful collaboration, and I'm now going to share with you this video on leading and following through tango. And I think you'll find that we can learn a lot through tango.